Hello St Christopher's, how you doing? Hope you're good. Yeah, we're excited to bring you another video on thou shalt not steal, or do not steal. Thou is like from the Old English, but do not steal is from the New English. And anyway, we're going to be talking about that. Now, I think we can all agree, basics, stealing is bad, right? Yeah.
Because even if you say really dramatically, if you steal something which is really big, you will end up in jail eventually. Yeah. So it's really bad.
Yeah, don't do that. Also, I don't know if anyone's seen the following clip on YouTube, but you could get pranked very badly. So let's watch this.
Was to send these boxes to porches all across America, and thanks to my friends at SimpliSafe who hooked us up with a bunch of cameras, we could monitor everything remotely and then just wait. And we didn't have to wait long. Our very first box was taken at night.
Hello! Keep the change, you filthy animal!
And apparently they didn't seem to appreciate the name calling or the quality engineering. Because in the morning, this is what we found. So it was one box down, but we still had 6 backups left.
Fifteen, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
And while he didn't explicitly mention the smell,
5, 4, 3.
The countdown was certainly pulling its own weight.
So obviously in the UK, stealing is very illegal and you can end up in prison for it. So like, don't do it for just that reason. But even more so, it's not nice, it's not kind, it's not caring. But there are some facts about shoplifting in the UK, I believe.
Yeah, so I did some Googling, and we love a bit of Googling. So
yes.
Apparently, if the goods that you're stealing are worth less than £200, the maximum sentence is 6 months custody, which is still quite a lot if you think about it. Like 6 months of your life, that's pretty long. But if the goods are worth more than £200, the maximum sentence is 7 years of custody.
Yeah, 7 years.
7 years, that's a long time. Like in 7 years, I'll be 26.
Wow, you're young. No, I'm joking. Anyway, but for us as Christians, we also believe that we don't steal not just because it's against the law, but also because it breaks God's law. And for us as Christians, the Bible talks about that when we become Christians, the old life is gone and new life has come. So our encouragement today is really quite simple, is follow Jesus, change the way you live your life, take off the old life and live the new life.
Exactly. Right, fantastic. So what Josh just talked about, and Josh sadly had to leave, so it's just me now, but what Josh talked about is actually really important, that we as Christians, we believe we can always come back to God, and we always come back to Jesus and what he taught us through all that he did on this earth and what he said in the Bible. Now, some of you might think, I've never stolen anything, I do not plan on stealing anything, so what the heck does that have to do with my life? Now actually, yes, maybe you've never stolen anything and maybe you can't relate to that, but there are actually maybe things that you've done wrong. Maybe you've not been kind to people, maybe you were really rude to your teachers or to your parents. That all of those things are actually where the Bible tells us, actually, that's not good. Come back to me, come back to Jesus, come back to where you started and change. So maybe just have a think about that in this next week. What are some things where you know, oh, this is actually really bad what I'm doing and this is actually not great? And then think about what can you do to come back to Jesus, to be more like Jesus and to follow his example. And if you need help with that, we're around in your school a bit, so come and chat to us, come and chat to one of your teachers, come and chat to a parent, because we would really love to help you through that and to just come back to what Jesus created you to be, or who Jesus created you to be. So that is all we wanted to talk to you about today. It's a really short message, but a really important one, is we can always come back and the old life is gone and we find new life in Christ. Now, if you want to find out a bit more about all of that and what we've talked about in the past year, the past 2 years, then we really love to invite you to our small groups and youth church on Wednesday. This Wednesday, it's going to be small groups. So we're just together and we'll do something together, which is really nice. But we also want to invite you to see you on a Friday. Now, this Friday is actually going to be our last see you as a Pais team. So Josh, who just left us, but also Val, and my last see you. So we would really love to have you there and just to celebrate what God's been doing the last 2 years, the last year, and everything that we've seen. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and maybe see you on Wednesday or on Friday. Bye! So do that, and sometimes maybe it feels like a bit like, well, I've never stolen anything, so what the heck does that have to do with my life? But actually there are maybe things, like maybe you said a rude word, maybe you were not really kind to other people. And Josh is out, but that's fair enough.
I think you can probably cut where I end and then pick up with a new thing. I'm going to have to go get a drink of water because I'm choking to death right now.